He was with me, begging forgiveness, telling me to take a moment, and he would see it, and we were meant to be together.
This is one of the most outrageous things I have heard in a long, long time.
In a case that has been filled with...
Hold on to your seats. Wendy Williams just unleashed legal fury on her ex's mistress, Sharina Hudson, demanding every penny of those tens of millions in alimony back. And guess what? The judge is backing her up, leaving Sharina bankrupt and begging for mercy. We're talking about a courtroom bombshell that's rewriting the rules of revenge, where past rulings are now deemed flat out incorrect, and the woman who once lived large on Wendy's dime is now staring down financial ruin. This isn't just a lawsuit, it's a full-blown reckoning, and the fallout is about to get messy.
And I sacrificed a lot of myself to come out successful on the other side.
Let's rewind to how we got here. Wendy Williams, the queen of daytime drama, was ordered to pay her ex-husband Kevin Hunter a staggering $250,000 a month in alimony after their explosive 2019 split, a divorce triggered by Kevin's very public affair with Sharina Hudson, a woman he'd allegedly been seeing for nearly 15 years while still married. But here's the twist. Wendy's legal team is now arguing that those payments were never just for Kevin. Insiders claim the money was a shell game, funneled straight to Sharina to keep her, and their love child, living in luxury. And now, with a judge ruling that the original alimony agreement was flawed, Wendy's demanding it all back. Every last cent. The implications are brutal. Sharina Hudson, once the woman who reportedly gave birth to Kevin's daughter while he was still married to Wendy, is now facing a financial nightmare. Sources say she's already blown through the cash. Lavish homes, designer everything, a lifestyle built on Wendy's hard-earned fortune. But the court isn't playing nice anymore. Documents show Sharina's bank accounts are dry, her assets liquidated, and her future looking bleak. Meanwhile, Kevin Hunter? He's nowhere to be found. Insiders whisper he's abandoned Sharina entirely, scrambling to mend fences with Wendy in a desperate bid to avoid his own financial collapse. The question is, why now? And what does he know that we don't?
I mean, I take accountability for my actions, for what's obviously out there.
This legal showdown didn't come out of nowhere. Wendy's been fighting for years, not just against Kevin, but against a system she claims has kept her trapped. Remember, this is the same woman who, just last year, was declared cognitively impaired and placed under a controversial guardianship that she's vehemently denied needing. She's called it a luxury prison, a scheme to control her money, even alleging that her own family was complicit in keeping her locked away. But now, with her mental capacity back in the spotlight and a judge finally listening, Wendy's making her move. And it's not just about the money, it's about power. Let's talk about the numbers, because they're staggering. Wendy was paying Kevin $250,000 a month, $3 million a year, while Sharina allegedly lived off the spoils. But when Wendy's health crises and legal battles escalated, those payments stopped cold in February 2022. Kevin, suddenly cash-strapped, sued to get them reinstated, claiming he couldn't pay his bills. The judge wasn't buying it. Court filings reveal he was drowning in debt, behind on his mortgage, his car payments, even his credit cards. One lawsuit from UBS Bank alone demanded over $20,000 for unpaid charges. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Kevin's Florida home, once shared with Sharina, is now on the market for $1.2 million. A fire sale, insiders say, to cover his mounting legal fees.
It happened, the banks froze everything up. Yeah. He was not in a position to pay $10,000 a month on a apartment.
But here's where it gets even juicier. While Kevin was playing the victim, Wendy's team was digging. And what they found could blow this whole case wide open. Sources close to the investigation claim Kevin didn't just divert alimony to Sharina. He allegedly used Wendy's money to fund a double life, complete with luxury cars, high-end properties, and a business empire built on her dime. One vehicle, a rare 2005 Ford GT, worth $140,000, was reportedly sold off to a company that specializes in loans against high-value assets. Another lawsuit from his homeowners association reveals he owed thousands in unpaid fees. The pattern is clear. Kevin was living large, but the moment Wendy's payments stopped, his empire started crumbling. And now, with Wendy's lawsuit gaining traction, he's suddenly singing a different tune. Enter the apologies. Multiple insiders confirm Kevin has been reaching out to Wendy, begging for forgiveness, even offering to testify against Sharina if it means staying in Wendy's good graces. But Wendy's not interested in reconciliation. She's interested in justice, and that means exposing every dirty detail of how her money was siphoned away. Legal experts say if Wendy's team can prove Kevin and Sharina colluded to divert funds, Sharina could be on the hook for the full amount, millions she no longer has. Meanwhile, Kevin's sudden change of heart has raised eyebrows. Is he genuinely remorseful? Or is he just trying to cut a deal before Wendy's team drops the real bombshells? The timing couldn't be more suspicious. Just last month, Wendy made a triumphant return to New York Fashion Week, front row at Laquan Smith's show, looking every bit the icon she's always been. Photographers captured her in designer looks, her signature confidence intact, a far cry from the woman who, just years ago, was hospitalized, her career in freefall, her future uncertain. But Wendy's never been one to stay down. And now, with her legal team gaining momentum, she's not just fighting for her money, she's fighting for her legacy. The same system that once declared her incapable of managing her own affairs is now validating her claims. The judge's ruling isn't just a win, it's a vindication. But let's not forget the bigger picture. Wendy's guardianship battle has been a tabloid nightmare, with allegations of exploitation, family betrayals, and a court system that many say failed her. Her niece, Alex Finney, has been vocal about the broken system, while Wendy herself has called her living situation a dump, surrounded by elderly residents in a facility she never wanted. Yet, through it all, she's remained sharp, strategic, and, most importantly, unbroken. And now, with this lawsuit, she's turning the tables. If Wendy can prove that Kevin and Sharina conspired to drain her fortune, it wouldn't just be a legal victory. It would be a full-circle moment for a woman who built her career on calling out liars and cheats. There's one more layer to this that we can't ignore. Sharina Hudson, the woman who once seemed untouchable, is now the weakest link in this chain. Sources say she's panicking, reaching out to old contacts for help, even floating the idea of a tell-all to save herself. But here's the problem. If she talks, she implicates Kevin, and if she stays silent, she's financially ruined. Either way, Wendy wins. And if the past is any indication, Wendy doesn't just win. She makes sure the world watches while she does.
I want to let people know that we still only human.
So where does this leave Kevin? The man who once controlled Wendy's career, her finances, even her personal life, is now the one scrambling. His legal troubles are piling up, his assets are disappearing, and his former mistress is reportedly furious that he's left her to face the fallout alone. Insiders claim he's been spotted in low-key meetings with lawyers, but no one's sure what his next move is. Will he throw Sharina under the bus to save himself? Or will he try to strike a deal with Wendy, trading secrets for survival? One thing's for certain, Kevin Hunter's Playboy days are over. The question is whether he'll go down alone or take Sharina with him. But here's the real kicker. While Wendy's legal team is focused on the money, the bigger story might be what this lawsuit reveals about Kevin's role in Wendy's downfall. Remember, this is the man who was by her side for decades, the one who allegedly controlled her finances, her show, even her public image. And now, with Wendy's guardianship still under scrutiny, there are whispers that Kevin's influence went deeper than anyone realized. Was he just a cheating husband, or was he part of a larger scheme to control Wendy's empire? And if he's suddenly apologizing now, what is he afraid she'll uncover next? The courtroom drama is just heating up. Wendy's team has hinted at explosive evidence that could redefine this case. And if the past is any indication, Wendy doesn't hold back.
In a court proceeding that has nothing to do with Wendy's career. Moreover, that were made in front of Wendy Williams. If true, that is outrageous because this judge, one, she's not in the entertainment industry, so I don't know where she would get off opining about that and why that's even relevant to her role as a judge, who's basically the judge of the law, and in this case, judge.
We're talking about a woman who once exposed some of the biggest names in hip-hop, who built a career on raw, unfiltered truth. If she's got receipts on Kevin and Sharina, she won't just use them in court. She'll make sure the world sees them too. And in a battle this personal, with this much money and pride on the line, the gloves are off. But there's one question that keeps coming back. Why now? Wendy's been through hell, health crises, career implosions, a guardianship battle that nearly erased her from the public eye. So why choose this moment to strike? Is it really about the money? Or is it about something deeper? A final reckoning with the man who betrayed her, the system that tried to silence her, and the mistress who thought she'd won. Whatever the reason, one thing is clear. Wendy Williams is back. And if there's one thing we know about her, it's that she doesn't just fight, she destroys. The only question left is who's going down with her.
An inordinate amount of people that took advantage of my absence, and her vulnerability at the time.
Now that the judge has flipped the script, let's unpack the messy web of motives. Because insiders allege Kevin Hunter's abandonment of Sharina isn't just cold-hearted. It's a calculated move to salvage his own skin as Wendy's lawsuit threatens to expose years of financial maneuvering. We're talking about a man who, for nearly 2 decades, played the role of Wendy's rock, her manager, her partner in every sense, until the moment he didn't. And now, with the legal tide turning against him, his sudden shift back toward Wendy isn't just suspicious, it's a full-blown survival tactic. The question is, what exactly is he trying to survive? Sources close to the situation paint a damning picture. Kevin's apologies to Wendy aren't born out of remorse, but out of desperation. The man who once allegedly controlled her finances, her career, even her public image, is now the one scrambling for a lifeline. And Sharena? She's the collateral damage. Insiders claim she's been left in the dark, cut off from Kevin's communications, even as he reportedly whispers promises to Wendy behind closed doors. The irony isn't lost on anyone. Kevin, the man who built a life with Sharena on Wendy's dime, is now throwing her to the wolves to save himself. But here's the twist. Wendy isn't known for forgiveness. She's known for revenge. And if Kevin thinks a few apologies will erase years of betrayal, he's about to learn just how wrong he is. Let's talk about the money, because that's where this story gets even uglier. Sharina Hudson didn't just benefit from Kevin's alimony. She allegedly lived like royalty on it. We're talking luxury homes, high-end vehicles, a lifestyle that screamed old money, even though the funds were anything but hers to keep. But now, with the court ruling that those payments were improperly diverted, Sharena's facing a nightmare. She's legally on the hook for millions she no longer has. Legal experts say Wendy's team is pushing for full repayment, and Sharena's bankruptcy filing won't save her. The court doesn't care that she spent the money. It cares that she wasn't entitled to it in the first place. And if Wendy's lawyers have their way, Sharena could be forced to liquidate what little she has left, leaving her with nothing but legal bills and a tarnished reputation.
I am so excited to introduce you guys these pancakes with only 3 ingredients. Baby, when I tell you these things gonna be so
But here's where the plot thickens. Sharena isn't going down without a fight. Sources say she's been reaching out to former allies, even floating the idea of a tell-all that could expose Kevin's role in the financial schemes. The problem? If she talks, she implicates herself. If she stays silent, she's financially ruined. It's a no-win scenario, and Kevin knows it. That's why insiders believe he's cutting ties now, before Sharena can drag him down with her. But Wendy's team is watching closely. They know Sharena's desperation could be their biggest asset. One wrong move, one explosive interview, and the entire house of cards comes crashing down. Now, let's talk about the emotional toll, because this isn't just a legal battle. It's a war of pride and power. Wendy Williams built an empire on calling out liars and cheats, and now she's facing the ultimate hypocrisy. The man who betrayed her is begging for her mercy, while the woman who benefited from that betrayal is left holding the bag. Insiders say Wendy's inner circle is divided. Some believe she should take Kevin's apologies at face value, that he's genuinely remorseful. Others? They're convinced this is just another play for control. After all, Kevin's track record isn't exactly spotless. He's been accused of manipulating Wendy's finances for years, of isolating her from friends and family, even of exploiting her health struggles for his own gain. So why should anyone believe his sudden change of heart? The answer might lie in what Kevin's afraid of. Wendy's lawsuit isn't just about reclaiming alimony. It's about exposing the truth.
They always looked at me as like a...
And if the past is any indication, that truth could be devastating. Remember, this is the same man who allegedly orchestrated a double life for years, who used Wendy's money to fund his affairs, who even tried to gain control over her accounts when she was at her most vulnerable. If Wendy's legal team can prove that Kevin and Sharena colluded to divert funds, it wouldn't just be a financial victory. It would be a complete dismantling of Kevin's credibility. And in Hollywood, credibility is everything. But let's not forget the bigger picture here. Wendy's guardianship battle has been a tabloid nightmare, with allegations of exploitation, family betrayals, and a court system that many say failed her. She's called her living situation a luxury prison, a place where she's surrounded by strangers, her freedom restricted, her voice silenced. Yet through it all, she's remained sharp, strategic, and unbroken. And now, with this lawsuit, she's turning the tables. If Wendy can prove that Kevin and Sharena conspired to drain her fortune, it wouldn't just be a legal victory. It would be a full circle moment for a woman who spent her career exposing the truth, no matter the cost. There's one more layer to this that we can't ignore: the role of Wendy's family. Insiders say her sister, Wanda Finney, has been vocal about the broken system that's kept Wendy trapped, while her niece, Alex, has been a steady presence in her corner. But where were they when Kevin was allegedly siphoning money? Where were they when Sharena was living large on Wendy's dime? The silence speaks volumes. And now, with Wendy's legal battle heating up, the family dynamics are more complicated than ever. Some believe Wendy should forgive Kevin for the sake of peace. Others? They're ready to burn it all down. The question is, which side will Wendy choose?
The judge
in the guardianship.
The judge in the guardianship read Alex Finney the riot act, threatened her, and said, "You're talking," making an accusation that she's talking to the media. And if you continue doing it, I'm going to do this to you, I'm going to do that to you. There is a gag order in this case. I can tell you that the judge has scared a lot of people in this.
As the legal drama unfolds, one thing is clear. This isn't just about money. It's about power, about control, about a woman who spent her life in the spotlight, refusing to be silenced. Wendy Williams has always been a fighter, and now she's fighting for everything: her fortune, her freedom, her legacy. And if Kevin and Sharina thought they could outmaneuver her, they're about to learn just how wrong they were. But here's the real kicker. This story is far from over. As Sharina scrambles in bankruptcy and Kevin whispers apologies, this saga leaves us wondering, is Wendy's victory truly sweet? Or are there more skeletons about to tumble out of the closet? Because in a world where money, power, and revenge collide, the drama never really ends. It just gets more explosive. So tell us, do you think Kevin's apologies are genuine? Or is this just another move in his playbook? And what do you think Sharina's next move will be? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this is one scandal that's only getting hotter. Until next time, stay sharp, stay curious, and remember, when it comes to Wendy Williams, the truth is always stranger than fiction.